Students, today I'm going to discuss you something, the continuation of the previous session. Shall we flashback what we discussed so far quickly? Right, super. Hope that you remember all, whatever we discussed in the last week. I was discussing about a few concepts. Concept number one, can all of you tell me again, quick brush up of all the concepts what you learned earlier? First one was time value of money. We discussed today's 1 rupee is more valuable than the 1 rupee you receive after some years. So today's 1 rupee is more valuable. So the question is, how do you evaluate it? That's what we learn in a chapter called time value of money, or it's also called time preference for money in the finance world. My next discussion was, what are the techniques of time value of money? There are many techniques. One single simple technique we apply is basically interest. So next concept two was, what is interest? It's the income on investment. It's similar to your rental income, where you give the property or land and building to a particular fellow for the tenant, and you are going to get the rent. Similarly here, you are given your money to the bank will give it to someone else. So you, who is used your money? Banker used your money. Therefore banker is providing you an the consideration called as interest. Concept 3 was, what are the different computations or calculations in? There are two important methods of interest computation. One is simple interest, compound interest. We took 1 lakh as an example, deposit of 1 lakh for 4 years, and simple interest and compound interest, how it makes the difference. In SA, it is always on the original sum or principal or P. Whereas in CA, it is on the increased value, principal plus accrued interest also. We learned some, on the SI and CA comparison, some similarity observations we made. We moved on to SI formulae. Can all of you tell me what is SI is equal to? In SI, income first, SI is equal to PN9. Principal, number of years, small letter I, interest rate in decimal form. Same when it comes to the amount calculation in SI, what is the formula? P plus SI, invested money plus your income, P plus PN9. Finally, it translates into P into 1 plus N9. After learning this, we moved on to some problems on SI. Then our discussion was, how do you work out in CI? In CI, we learned there are many various types of computations. We started with, in SI, it is income first, then amount. Whereas in CI, amount first, then CI. What is the amount formula? P into 1 plus I to the power n. It's basically a geometric progression. That's why it is power coming. P into 1 plus I to the power n. And the income part is CI is equal to A minus P. And you can simplify it. Then we learned the next concept was to find A, P, and CI. How do you do it? It's a simple working. We learned the next concept being, what if you have n which is not a whole number? You have n which is in part of the year as well. 5 years, 3 months. Then I told, work for 5 years. 3 months don't apply in the formula. Moment you apply 3 months interest in the formula, then if the problem works get complicated. Don't do it. Work for 5 years, on that 3-month interest separately. Many times it so happens, because you know formula, you're going to apply it. No, you do for only whole number. Part of the year interest separately. You have to do it, but you have to do separately. Is that correct? Okay. Then we learned in the next one of the concepts, CI, SI. In the question, they may give you, what is the difference between SI and CI? Work out SI, work out CI, and difference is SI minus CI or CI minus SI. It is CI minus SI, because CI is greater than SI. So difference between CI and SI. There could be a reverse working question to you. Instead of giving principal and find the difference, they give you the difference and they expect you to work out what is the original sum, what is the principal, what is the present money. You have to work a reverse. I have given you multiple methods and some shortcuts as well. But whenever there is a reverse working question, what is the best way to do it? Question is reverse, you also work reverse. Is that clear to all of you? When there is a reverse working question, I request all of you to work reverse in that. You have to work from the back. After learning that, our next later working or later computation was like this. You worked out CI minus SI. You worked out principal also. Then the working is about computation of, what if a banker adds interest not yearly, it is half yearly. Every six months interest is added. How do you do it? Is that correct? Clear, all of you? What is the formula? It's going to change. Adding interest half yearly, or if it is quarterly or monthly, then you are going to slightly change the formula. P into 1 plus I to the power n. That is basically when you are compounding yearly. If it is half yearly, twice a year, so you have to do I divided by 2 power 2n. Quarterly, 4 times a year, I divided by 4 power 4n. Monthly means it is 12 times a year. Every month for a year it is 12 times. I by 12 power 12n. I think that is very clear to all of you. Then we entered into a very interesting concept. The rate of interest in the question is of two types. If it is yearly compounding, it doesn't make a difference. Whatever given in the question same. But if it is half yearly compounding, we learned we have took 10%, we took 100 rupee. We learned if it is yearly 100 rupee plus 10%, 110, income is 10 upon 100, is 10%. What is given to you, what actually yields is same if it is compounded yearly. But if it is compounding half yearly, 10% per annum, 100 rupee deposit, after a year, you are going to get 110.25. Are you there with me? Are you there with me? That logic of working. 100 rupee become 110.25. And you learned that 10.25 rupee is your income upon 100 rupee investment. Effectively, you are getting 10.25%. Therefore, there are two rates of interest. One is the nominal rate, loudly, other one, wherever you are there, please repeat with me. One is nominal rate. What is the other one? We call it as, what actually yielded to you, we call it as effective rate. Nominal rate and effective rate. Nominal is the coupon rate. It is contractual rate. Effective rate is the actual rate of interest yielded. This is 10%. This is 10.25% in the example. So effective rate is slightly better than the nominal rate. After that, we learned how do you work out a formula for an effective rate of interest if compounded half yearly. Yearly to nominal and effective rate same. Repeat, in yearly compounding, nominal rate and effective rate no changes. But if you are half yearly compounding, it's going to change. What is the formula? Note P no n. So it is 1 plus I by 2 power 2 no n. 1 plus I by 2 power 2 minus 1. For quarterly, 1 plus I by 4 power 4 minus 1. 1 plus I by 12 power 12 minus 1. Like that you can work out effective rate of interest. Then we entered or stepped into, how do you work out n, small letter n? Usually the books materials generally says to work out logarithm and anti-logarithm. I always say it is little time consuming activity. So you have to work n through the help of options. But if the, how do you do it? 1 lakh, let us consider 10%. You want to get some money. 1 lakh plus 10% plus 10% plus 10%. Go on, do it. But student, please note, if at all your answer exactly you are not matching, it is in between 2 years. Example, between 4 and 5 years. How do you do it? What if n is not just a whole number? Then work for 4 years. Look at the options. Add that month's interest. How do you do it? Will you take in the formula? No, just I told earlier. Add that some month's interest separately. Add that sum of the month's interest separately and verify where it matches. After that, we have to work out I, small letter I. It's actually most time consuming in descriptive and multiple choice is damn easy because substitute the options. You will come to know in what rate of percent per annum you will get the actual amount. So PNI and CI, nominal, effective rate, all these are worked out. Then I worked out a new concept to you. So that's what I wanted to discuss to you. Is that correct? That's what we ended up with yesterday's discussion or earlier class discussion. The discussion is, instead of you having, say, let us consider 1 lakh rupee investing in a bank, first example in the discussion. What if that 1 lakh rupee invested in a machine and you used it for 4-5 years? What will be the value later? That's what my today's discussion, and I am going to raise lot of things to you which you have to work it out. But before entering to today's session of what we call last class, what do we call it? Depreciation. Excellent. Before entering into the depreciation, I request all of you, today is an important session to your link maths and accounts. Link your business maths and accounts. All of you ready? All of you ready? Quickly respond in the chat box. All of you ready with that? Super. What is my humble request to all of you is, today's session is very important, among all the sessions, because so many things you need to note and you have to understand why the discussion here, right? Of course, in this week, probably you're not done learned much in the yesterday session. Shall we? All of you ready? All of you ready? Geared up? Super. Students, what is this concept called depreciation? I have asked, quite a number of questions to you in yesterday's session. My question to all of you was this. Basically, you invest in machinery. After some years, the value of the machine comes down. That's right. After, and why? What? Let us. That reduction in value of asset is called as depreciation. Reduction in value of which asset? Can anyone tell me which asset? Is it for all the asset? Is it for current asset or fixed asset? Reduction in value of fixed assets. Fixed assets list includes land, building, machinery, plant, equipment, etc. etc. We depreciate all the assets except, very importantly, please note, except land. You need to know why land is not subject to depreciation. Before going to that, I told you there are three factors which affect depreciation. Can all of you write in your chat box? All of you write in your chat box. Fastest finger first. What are those three particular factors which affects depreciation? First one is the capital cost. Second one is estimated scrap value, salvage value. Third one is estimated useful life, not wife. Estimated useful life. So three factors. I was mentioning to you, the three factors are capital cost, nothing but purchase price. Capital cost, basically it's a capital expenditure. That's what it means. Then it is about estimated scrap value. How much is going to fetch, and some assumption of numbers. How much is its life based on your experience? How much is the life of that machine? What the prescription, around some years they will be given. So that you have to take. Based on that, you have to charge depreciation. I was mentioning to you, depreciation concept is something like, you remember which example I told you? Not to forget the depreciation anytime. I told you one small example. Let us see how many of you are there with me. Excellent. Amazing. All of you are answering it. I told, once your classes got over, you were very tired, went to bakery. Almost of the items are exhausted that day. There was one, bread pack you purchased for 10 rupee. And I told you, assume that it is not sliced. 10 rupee bread packet, after removing that cover, plastic cover, can you eat swallow like that only? No, you have to make it slice and you have to eat. Exactly. Assume that you make 10 slice. So 10 rupee is the cost of bread packet and it is made a 10 slice. One slice value how much? Simple, 10 rupee divided by 10, 1 rupee. Same way, assume the cost of machinery is 10 lakh and life is 10 years. So 10 lakh divided by 10 is 1 lakh. Same earlier, 10 rupee divided by 10 is giving you 1 rupee. Here similarly, one slice is 1 lakh rupee. What I want to tell you, as you cannot swallow the entire bread packet at once, you have to eat in bits and pieces. Similarly, the cost of machine, whatever I taken a number of 10 lakh, you cannot use in the same year. It the life of the machine spreads for many years. That's why it is a capital expenditure. 10 lakh and assume that it comes for 10 years, whatever number I told you, 10 years. So every year capital cost is how much? It is basically depreciation. Listen carefully. Depreciation is an accounting technique to apportion your capital cost. I repeat my sentence. Depreciation is basically an accounting technique wherein whatever is spent in the beginning, capital cost, that you apportion, that you divide over number of years. Whether all of you agree with me? All of you agree with me? Okay. Now I will answer it. Now I will answer. Why land is not subject to depreciation? When you say three factors, capital cost, estimated scrap value, the last one, there is always a silent word. Estimated what life? Can anyone tell? Estimated limited useful life. Repeat again. Estimated limited useful life. In order to depreciate, the life of the asset should be limited. Land, when you take, it is not a limited useful life, it is unlimited useful life. It's years on years. If you take it as a bread packet and you spend 10 lakh rupee on that land, how many slices? You can't do. Machinery you can do. Building you can, it has one life, beyond that it will not come. Whereas it can be an estimation, I agree with you, it can be more and less, but it cannot be having, unlimited useful life. Whereas in case of land, it has unlimited useful life. That's why you cannot charge a depreciation. I think you have got a fair idea. It's a little depth, but I think you understood. Next, we learn in this chapter, what are the quite common methods, what are the methods of depreciation? This is what I have raised the question to all of you. There are many methods, listen carefully, there are many methods. I broadly categorize the methods into two categories. Can anyone answer? One is which is commonly used, called common method. One is uncommon method. Shall I repeat again? Broadly two categories, common, uncommon. In common, in India, we broadly have, or generally wherever, there are two methods which are common. Can anyone tell me what are the two methods which are common in India to charge depreciation? Two main methods are SLM. Have you heard this word called SLM? Straight line method. Other one is written down value method. Repeat slowly. SLM WDV. Straight line method, written down value method. Straight line method is basically every time you work out on the original cost of the asset. You purchase 10 lakh. You purchase 10 lakh. All of you are there with me? Assuming a straight line method, the rate is 10%. Listen carefully. Rate is how much? Rate is how much? 10%. Can anyone tell me how do you get that rate? How do you get that rate? Sir is given and I am taking, right? No. Very interestingly, the rate and the life are interlinked. Somewhere you write in your pencil, write in your notebook using pencil. Rate and life are not assumption, Anisha says it is assumption. No, not assumption. Rate and life are interlinked, correlated. Example, some of you can tell me one life of the asset. Say let us consider 8 years. Then straight away I will tell the percentage should be 12.5%. You tell 9 years fast, then I will tell you the percentage should be 11.11%. Assume the life is 7 years. You take the percentage is 14.28. Let us consider the life is 5 years. You take 20%. The life is 6 years. You take 16.66%. Amazing, shocking how it is so. I wanted to know. Okay, it's very simple. 100% of your net capital cost, whatever the cost minus scrap value, you divide by number of years. Let us consider life is 8 years. I said 100 divided by 8. Fast calculator you have. 100 by 8. What is the percentage? 100 by 8. Fast. Is it 12.5? Calculator is there with you. Okay. So let us take 9 years. 100 by 9. 11.11%. So let us take 7 years. 100 by 7. I told you that time. 14.2857. Fast. 100, let us take 6 years, 100 by 6, it is 16.66%. 10 years when you take 100 by 10, it is 10%. 12 years you want to take 100 by 12, calculator fast, 8.33%. I don't have calculator, you have to do it quickly. Are you there with me? Okay. That's how your rate and life are interlinked. It's only in straight line, not in WDV. I repeat, in straight line, the life and rate are interlinked. Interesting? Okay, let me give you an example. Let us take the life is, the rate is, let us consider 8, the rate is 8%. All of you should tell me what is the life. Rate is 8%. What is the life? Do 100 by 8, that's all. 12.5 fast. Yeah, that's how you have to do it. So rate given life you can do, life given rate you can do. Shall I proceed then? Interesting? Okay. Hope all of you understood whatever I explained so far. So I was mentioning to you 1 lakh, 10%. Now you tell me how do you get 10%? Because the life is 10 years. 10 into 10%, 100%. Okay, 10%. So first year you take 10% on 1 lakh, 10,000, deduct, it becomes 90,000. In straight line method, as the name says, 10% second time again on 1 lakh, which is another 10,000. 90 minus 10, 80,000. Third year 10% again on 1 lakh. It is every time on original value. Original cost. That's why easy to remember. In the straight line method, it's every time on original cost. You remember it as OC method. OC method, you remember easily, you can do it. OC means not something else. It is not no, OC means original cost method. Can all of you do that? Okay. Looking at the other side, WDV 1 lakh, 10% on 1 lakh, 10,000, deduct 90,000. Second year, 10% on not original cost, it is written a down value, reduced value. That's why 10% on 90,000, which is 9,000, 81,000. Third year, 10% on 81,000, 8,100. Like that it goes. Please remember, students, please remember, here every time on straight line, it's every time on original cost method, whereas in WDV, every time on written down value. That's why it is not on original, it is on the reduced balance, right? That's why it is also called as reducing balance method. Can all of you write quickly, write in the chat box? WDV, it is also named as reducing balance method. Super. Students, yes. Is the value reduces every time? Please answer. Is the value after depreciation increases or decreases? Decreases every time. What you call book value decreases. Since it decreases, on the decreased value you do know, it's why it diminishes. It's called diminishing balance method. Such an interesting words. WDV is also named as what we call it, written down value, or reducing balance method, or a diminishing balance method. So these are the names. Now the other methods, which includes production units method, machine hour method, it could be the sinking fund method, it could be annuity method, it could be lease, and it could be the what we can call it as a realization. Multiple methods are there, which I am not going to take it today. There's so many other methods which is not my discussion today. My discussion is basically straight line method and WDV method. Can anyone tell me, in straight line, why it is brought here? What is the relevance? Sir, all okay. Why we have to discuss the depreciation here? Straight line method every time on original value. Like simple interest every time on original principal. Therefore, straight line method follows SI logic. I repeat, straight line method follows SI logic. Whereas WDV, when you bring it, it is on reduced balance. Whereas in interest component, it increases. But however, whether it increases or decreases, on that it is going to work. It is not on the original sum. That's why diminishing balance or WDV method follows which logic? Which logic? Compound interest logic. Super. Shall we go further, student, then? You know SI, you know CI. This is very one part you clear. These all are explained in accounting also. Can anyone tell me which accounting standard explains so? Can anyone tell me which accounting standard, which AS explains? There's something called accounting standard, chapter 1. Look, which accounting standard explains so? Super. All the numbers you put now. Okay, there's one person who told very correctly. Though there are many accounting standards, earlier it was accounting standard 6, now brought down to accounting standard 10. It comes under AS 10. So this depreciation concepts are explained in accounting standard 10 in the revised one, modified one. AS 10 explains about your depreciation concept. Student, next I will go further. Very interestingly, you learnt about all this. Can you change from straight line to WDV, just for your knowledge sake, though it is not a part of my time value of money? Can you change or switch over from straight line method to WDV, or WDV to straight line method? Quickly. Fast. Sure, you can. Okay. Is there any condition? You are working out straight line method. So let us consider 3 years over. Suddenly you decided, let me go for WDV. Can you do that so? If you do so, if you want to change just like that, don't you think uniformity principle is violated? Simply you cannot change. There should be consistency, right? There should be consistency. Suddenly if I change, there is a problem. Okay. Then you should know In which circumstance you can change? There is a provision that you can change. Listen carefully. Okay, super. Some of you learned in your classes maybe. I always consider, listen very carefully. I'll explain little mathematically. Wherever you're running notes there, please write. Now, depreciation method is something an accounting policy. I repeat, depreciation method is an accounting policy. If you say change in depreciation method is as good as change in accounting policy. I repeat again, depreciation method is equal to accounting policy. Chapter 1. Change in depreciation method is equal to change in accounting policy. Chapter 1 says in 3 circumstances you can change. Only in 3 circumstances you can change your accounting policy, or in other words, you can change the depreciation method. What are the 3 places, 3 situations? If law says so, when new act comes, when new law comes, tomorrow onwards you have to use from straight line to WD. You don't have an option. No one is above law. Therefore, if law says so, LAW, law says so. So L is capital letter. Law. Second one, if law not says, no, law younger brother, what is that? Accounting standard says so. If accounting standard AS mentions you to change, then you don't have an option. LA. Then third one is better presentation of financial statements. By doing that, if you think that gives a fair and correct picture of that machinery and the business, then advisable to change. So 3 letters, which I think we always discuss in the classes. It is LAB, lab. You remember it as lab. Law, accounting standard, and better presentation of financial statements. Why I am taking this topic to you is, generally chapter 1 being more theoretical in accounts, you will skip it. No, you should not. You have to learn very well. You have to learn very well. That's an important chapter. All of you study it once again. The chapter number 1. I expect you to write everything, because the chapter links so many other chapters in your accounting. Okay, come back. Shall we move further now? After learning this, assume there is a business unit. I was mentioning to a photocopying machine. Listen carefully. There is a photocopying machine. And the businessman or the proprietor does not have much idea. You being a chartered accountant, he approached you. The businessman approached you. Sir, which method of depreciation should be applicable? And obviously you wanted to decide between SLM and WDV. What's your option? What is your option? Which method is preferred? Is it straight line method preferred, or it is about the WDV preferred? Quick answer. How do you decide? Now my discussion is all about how do you decide the methods of depreciation? How do you decide the method of depreciation? Quick, how do you decide the method of depreciation? Shall I answer? Shall I answer? Excellent. You have been responding very well. Students, the choice of method is based on the efficiency of the machine over its life. After some years, what is its efficiency? Based on that, you have to decide about the choice of method. I'll give better simple example. When you purchase it, assume that the photocopying machine is giving an output every minute 60 pages output. Xerox photocopying machine, every minute 60 pages. Fast. How many? 1 minute 60 pages. That is in first year. Okay, the life is 5 years. Assume second year also same, third year, fourth year, fifth year. Fifth year over, the machine got over, scrap. You cannot use more. If this is the case, its efficiency not changed, its effectiveness not changed over 5 years. Therefore, every year same depreciation you have to charge. Tell me which method is preferred. You have to tell me. I will not tell. Every year same efficiency it is giving, no. Every year same depreciation. That's why you have to apply straight line method. All of you are there with me. Okay. Let us consider in first year 1 minute 60 pages output, printout, Xerox copy. Second year 1 minute 30 pages. Third year 1 minute 20 pages. Last year, fifth year 1 minute 1 page. Example. So if this is the case, obviously you cannot go for straight line method. You have to go for WDV method, written down value method. In other words, as the years progresses, its repairs cost coming more. It's becoming more and more obsolete very quickly. advisable to go for a WDV method. But in exam, all this detail no one will give you, right? So much detail. So how, which method you prefer? Shall I answer which method finally? Of course, I said based on efficiency. Now, there are so many times students get confused which method law specifies. Law specifies which method? Any answer? Law specifies which method? Straight line or WDV? Okay, super. Shall I answer? You have a mixed answer. Some of you are telling it's straight line, some of you are telling WDV, some of you got confused. You're very silent. All right, I'll answer. Many students ask me, sir, law prefers which method? Shall I? Very interesting answer. Prabhu Aditya, Prabhuji, you are laughing. Some jokes going on there. All right, listen very carefully. Law prefers which method? That is the question. Shall I answer? Law prefers. How many of you tell straight line? Raise your hands quickly. Single S, straight line. Okay. Yes, single S you have to type. Okay, super. Okay, super. I can make out. Okay, super. Just raise your hands. How many of you tell WDV? Now I want to see the hands. How many of you tell WDV? Raise your hands. Oh my God. Okay. Now you want to know who is going to win. All right. All right. Right. Shall I make it? Shall I conclude the answer? Okay. Which method law prefers? Very interesting answer. Law prefers straight line method or WDV method. Very interesting. I did not conclude then. Some of you are very happy moment I said SLM. Law prefers SLM or WDV. Both are allowed in law. That's why it is common in India. I repeat my statement again. Law prefers either you follow SLM or WDV. Law prefers any one of the methods. Shall I repeat? Law prefers which method? SLM or WDV. Again, as I said, law will not specify you which method you have to go. But it is based on efficiency, it's based on usage, it's based on its output, it's based on its the effectiveness you have to take, which I've already told. But law, is there any specification? In many cases, it doesn't say whichever method is okay, but you follow consistently. That's what it says. Very interestingly, Companies Act, listen carefully, Companies Act prefers you to take straight line method. Companies Act prefers you to take which method? SLM. On the other side, you know, there's something called income tax. All of you heard this called income tax. Movement to earn income. Some tax will be there on that. In the Income Tax Act, it prefers you to take on WDV. I repeat once again. Yes, your Companies Act prefers straight line or original cost method. The other one, though there are though there are other methods, but Companies Act generally prefers straight line method, whereas your Income Tax Act specifies you to work on WDV, written down value method. Is that clear to all of you? So finally, I cannot conclude which one is good, which one is bad. It depends on you, whichever method you are consistently following among SLM or WDV, and based on its efficiency or productivity, you can take a call. Is it straight line better or WDV better? Shall I go further then? All right. Students, with all this concept, why it is here? What I will do is, whether all of you know, there is Kavita rightly said, as CA, which one you prefer is based on, you want to know that machine effectiveness. You have to understand that machine description. Every year, how much it is going to come, what they tell, based on that you have to tell. You have to decide. Example, vehicle, whatever its mileage, if it's not coming same every year, you change into WDV. So it finally depends on the case to case basis, what I wanted to tell. Okay, students, I want to move into the next one. Before I go into the next one, a straight line method follows SI, WDV method follows CI. Okay, I want you to write the formula for A. In A, what is SI formula? What is in SI logic? What is A formula? A is equal to what? In SI logic, what is A? A is equal to P into 1 plus Ni. Am I right? Same thing. P is purchase price. You depreciate I. Interest rate becomes depreciation rate. N is number of years. You wanted to know what is its value after some years. We call it as book value. Formula is as good as what you learned earlier. A is equal to P into 1. Is it to be plus or should be minus? Are you adding in depreciation or deducting in depreciation? Deducting. Therefore, it is P into 1 minus Ni. I repeat once again, instead of plus, you take into minus. Under which method? Which method it is? First, which method? Straight line method. Can you tell me in WDV method? What is the value of the asset after n years, after 5 years, after 8 years? What is the earlier CI logic? A is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power n. Now again, A is equal to P into 1, not plus, minus I to the power n. Instead of plus, you have to take minus. Sir, what is that all about? A is equal to value of the asset after some years, after 3 years, after 5 years. If SLM is followed, apply SI logic. WDV is followed, apply compound interest logic. That's all we have to find out. Now, I am not changing any letters again. Tell me what are the letter? Letter 1, P. What is P about? Quickly, can all of you tell me P is equal to what? Fast. I want to check your answers. Quick. What is P? Principal earlier. Now what you should take in the machine? P is equal to principal earlier. Now in the machine. Can I call it as purchase price? Same P, purchase price. And we used a nice word, no? Standard word we used. What is that? What is that we called? 3 factors I told. What is the first factor? No. What is the first factor? Capital cost. Initial investment. P. P is equal to purchase price or capital cost. N is equal to earlier number of years, now also number of years. I, small letter I is equal to interest rate in decimal. Now what we will call it? Depreciation rate in decimal. That's okay. Then comes A. A is equal to earlier amount after n years. Here you have to call book value after n years. What is the book value? 1 lakh less. 4th year over. That value, what you get is book value. What you used to call amount, no? Now you call book value. So repeat. P, purchase price, N, number of years, L, I is equal to depreciation rate in decimal, A is equal to book value of asset after n years. And accordingly the methods you have to change the formula. This is what we have to learn. Students, please note and let me know in your interest component in any SI or CI, tell me A greater than P or A less than P. All of you have to answer first. In earlier interest chapter, A is greater than P or less than P? Greater than P. Can you tell me in depreciation concept, A after depreciation, A is more than P or less than P? Less than P. A less than P in depreciation. Students, with this logic and this understanding, we need to work out more problems on depreciation. I quickly summarize whatever I explained you so far. Depreciation is a reduction in the value of fixed asset. 3 factors which affect depreciation: capital cost, estimated useful life, estimated scrap value. Whether it is depreciation charged on all the fixed assets, no, there is exception is land, because land has limited useful life. Many students told about natural resource, that blah blah blah, but finally looking at accounting perspective, you have to consider this way. So the relevant accounting standard is AS10. There's one interesting concept. Have you heard this question I raised yesterday and I did not on the earlier session? Various methods. You charge depreciation to P&L account finally. Do you agree with me? Every year depreciation is charged to P&L account. There are many concepts which is related to charging depreciation. All of you are there? There are many concepts. So can you tell me chapter number 2, what and all the concepts you learned? Money measurement concept, dual aspect concept, realization, going concern, uniformity, then so many things you learned. I wanted to know materiality, etc. So many concepts you learned. Students, please, business entity concept, some of you rightly mentioned. Excellent. There is matching concept, there is accrual, going concern, etc. Please, periodicity. I don't want to take now, that's a big list. Student, why depreciation is charged in the books of accounts? Which concept is related to? Yeah, there is one student said it is rightly. Some of you said cost, some of you said conservatism, some of you said matching concept. Excellent. Okay, I will explain you. Shreyas Ganiga, you rightly said it is matching concept. Some of you said realization. It is interestingly in the outset you will not make out it is matching concept. The of concept used while charging depreciation in the books of account is matching concept. I repeat again, it is what concept? Matching concept. All of you write in your chat box, fastest finger on your chat box, matching concept. Okay. Want to know why? Correct now? Why matching concept? It's little interesting there. Your accounting standard also explains matching concept is used. Shall I? I explained a lot about the chapter 1 to you today about accounting. Okay. Shall we discuss? Okay. Students, listen very carefully. The reason for charging depreciation is matching concept. Why it is so? It is an interesting idea. Machine, I was mentioning to you photocopying machine. Let us assume you are the owner, businessman. Photocopying machine you purchase by paying 1 lakh. What you will do? Customer will come, you take the Xerox, you charge. Correct, no? You got some income. One page, so let's consider 1 rupee. 100 pages, 100 rupee, like that. All this what you get by charging that Xerox charges, that's your what? What is that to you? Tell me, what is that to you? Income, simple. 1 lakh, whatever that, by spending 1 lakh, you do the Xerox, you will get some income out of it, you charge. Where do you charge the income? Where do you charge the Xerox charges as an owner? Where do you charge? You charge under P&L account credit side, trading and P&L account credit side. It is an income. What now to do that? What are your expenses? There is electricity, there is labor, so many. One important is the machine cost. Without machine, you wouldn't have done that Xerox. That machine cost also I have to write. But note that benefit of that machine, photocopying machine, Xerox machine will not come 1 year. Xerox charges which you are going to receive, it is for many years. Therefore, capital cost, whatever you spend 1 lakh, should also spread for many years. What we call depreciation. Therefore, as income comes in many years, you have to put expenses also. Incomes in many years, you have to charge that capital cost or depreciation for many years so that you can match your income and expense, so that the correct profits can be found out. Matching income and expenses, which concept, my dear student? It is basically matching concept. Repeat once again, income from that machine comes for many years. You will get income because you invested in machinery. There is a capital cost of 1 lakh. That payment what you made, that also should be recovered in its lifetime. What we call depreciation. You will not charge income 1 year, you charge for many years. Expense or capital cost also many years, nothing but depreciation. So that every year correct profit can be found out. That is the reason. The reason for charging depreciation is which concept? If it is asked, many students will tell wrong answer. It is basically which concept? It is matching concept. All of you are there with me. Which concept? Matching concept is used. Then I told you the common, uncommon methods. Then I told you common two methods, straight line and WDV. Can we switch over straight line to WDV and vice versa? You cannot just like that switch over. But if your accounting chapter 1 says there are 3 reasons. Which are the 3 reasons? I said to remember, charging depreciation or depreciation method is equal to accounting policy. Change in depreciation method is equal to change in accounting policy. What are the factors? Law says you can change, accounting standard, better presentation of financial statements. To remember, we always say the change in the method of depreciation can be done in LAB, L-A-B, law, accounting standard, better presentation of financial statements. SLM follows your simple interest. WDV follows your compound interest logic. Accordingly, instead of plus, you have to write minus. These are the basic factors. Which method you have to choose? All those are the explanation which I have already made. Is that clear to all of your students? What I will do now, all this depreciation concept, I expect you to write in a single piece of paper. Whatever you learned, quickly. I will give you in 5 minutes time. Quickly write all the pointers, whatever I said, and then I will run through the notes. Okay. Student, first we discussed, let us look at the pointers and let me know any confusions you have. Reduction in the value of fixed asset. Is that correct? Depreciation is a reduction in the value of fixed asset. Next we learnt it is an accounting technique to apportion the capital cost or purchase price over its useful life. I mentioned you this in my discussion. Told you the bread example. You can make out here bread example. You want to slice it. Capital cost also you want to divide a portion over its lifetime. That's what we call it as depreciation. So the next discussion which we made is it is charged due to various factors that you generally know in your school books or college books, PU books, wear and tear, technological changes, usage, change in time, etc. The concept involved is matching concept. Is it clear to all of you? Concept involved is matching concept. Please let me know any confusions if you have. We discussed this already. A relevant accounting standard is which number? Accounting standard 10. The method is to be selected based on its efficiency. These are all the pointers I've already explained, and hope that you remember this example. If this cost you 10 rupee and you make 10 slices, similarly what was I said, 10 lakh rupee cost of the machine and assume the life is 10 years, yearly depreciation, one slice cost is equal to 1 rupee. Here 1 year capital cost or depreciation is equal to 1 lakh rupee. Hope you remember this. Some question quick for your understanding. Money invested in machinery instead of bank, whether the value of machine increases or decreases due to its usage, due to its the continuous working of that machine, value of the asset comes down, decreases. And these are the question I posed you in yesterday's session or earlier session. If it decreases, the term used to denote in accounting is depreciation. Do you all agree with me? Single yes, no? Okay. Depreciation, is it applicable to all asset? Is it applicable to all asset? No, it is not applicable to which of the following? Land and building. Not applicable to only one asset, that is land. What are the factors which affect depreciation? What are the factors? Three factors. One is capital cost, estimated, I mentioned it as limited useful. In your books they give it as useful life, estimated useful life, and estimated scrap value. Why depreciation is not applicable to land? Here is the answer. Because the condition of depreciation says depreciation is charged only for the asset whose life is limited. Estimated life is limited. In case of land, it does not have a limited useful life, it has unlimited useful life. What are the main methods of charging depreciation? Straight line and WDV, which we will explain later. Can we change the method? Yes. It's where the answer goes like law prefers which method? I said either SLM or WDV. All of you know that either SLM or WDV. Companies Act prefers SLM. Income Tax Act prefers your WDV method. Okay. Before I go next one here, I told you methods of depreciation. All of you are there. Methods of depreciation, which I'll write here. All of you take down in your notebook. Methods can broadly classify into two types. Tell me what are the two types? Common methods and uncommon methods. All of you writing this? Common and uncommon. This common you can classify into two types. Can you tell me what are the two classification? SLM and WDV. Remaining all will come under uncommon methods. All the remaining, whatever is there in your books and materials, wherever you heard, other than SLM and WDV, all that remaining methods will come under uncommon methods. Please take down this chart in your notebook for your easy reference. All right. If you are a professional as a chartered accountant, or how do you decide about the method of depreciation? As I've already said, based on efficiency. Straight line method is suitable for asset which repair charges are less. The probability of obsolescence is low and scrap value depends on the time involved. As I said, basically it is on efficiency. I have given you an example. If efficiency remains same, then you use your straight line method. Written down value method is suitable for assets which are affected by technological changes and require more repair expenses. As progresses, more expense you are incurring, then you go for WDV. Example, your vehicle. Year one could be less your repair charges. As it progresses, your repair charges comes huge and more, then advisable to go for WDV. And finally, as I said, you remember that example of photocopying, which based on its efficiency and its usage. What factors you have to keep in mind while deciding the method? I think the same answer which I have already told, based on its efficiency basically. Any provision or any condition for changing methods. This is what I have already said. Change in method, observe carefully, please. Okay, is that clear to all of you now? Okay. Change in method of depreciation, is that clear? This much? Okay, super. Change in method of depreciation is equal to change in accounting policy. Change in the method of depreciation comes, please remember like this. I made it as exactly same as your your maths. I write once again, all of you write in your notebooks. Depreciation method is equal to accounting policy. First one, all of you write down. Depreciation method is equal to accounting policy. Next, change in depreciation method is equal to what? Can all of you tell me? Here you put change, no? Like squaring both the sets. Here change in depreciation method is equal to change in accounting policy. I want you to remember just like maths. I repeat again, depreciation method, all of you are there. Please respond to me. All of you are able to gauge what I am discussing. Should I write once again? Right. Depreciation method is equal to accounting policy. Change in depreciation method is equal to what? Repeat with me. All of you write here what I should write. Change in what? AP. AP means not arithmetic progression, not Adhika Prasangi, it is accounting policy. Change in depreciation method is equal to change in accounting policy. Super. Next, that continues to here. In what circumstance you can change? To remember it as lab. We make it as lab. You can change only in lab. Repeat once again. Where you can change, all of you write, you can change in lab. What are the three letters? L, if law says so, you can change. If accounting standard says, you can change. If it is a results into better presentation of financial statements, you can change. I think these are all the points. Then comes about method of depreciation. In the context of time value of money, listen carefully. We consider three methods: straight line method, WDV method, which are common methods. Other one is sinking fund method, which comes later. But in this chapter, three methods will come. Each year depreciation is computed on original cost method. Repeat, all of you repeat with me. Which method? It is original cost. That's why it is also called as OC method, original cost method. Okay. Right. Formula, please note the formula. A is equal to P into 1 minus Ni. Is it same as simple interest logic? It is SI logic. What about the middle one? It is CI logic. This we learn later. It is based on annuity. Okay. So A is equal to P into 1 minus Ni. Look at the written down value method. Each year depreciation is computed on written down value, not on original value, not on purchase, written down value, reducing balance. Formula A equals P into 1 minus I to the power n. All of you please observe, this goes SL, simple interest logic, this goes compound interest logic. What is P? As usual, purchase price. What is N? Number of years. Earlier interest rate, now depreciation rate in decimal. Here sinking fund we will discuss later. It will follow a concept of annuity which comes later. I think these are all our learning so far. our entire understanding. I will quickly glance it, though you have learnt it again, so that my intention is before end of this chapter, this should get over. This concept should be very clear to you. We learnt about basic concept of depreciation. All of you write in your chat box. All of you write in your chat box to make you more interesting. Depreciation method. I linked with you an example. What was that example? All of you write. All of you write in your chat box. Hello, all of you write in the chat box. Okay, super. It is a bread packet. You don't forget now. All right. Then we learnt about money invested, how it's going to happen here. Then some question and answer we learnt. Some question and answer we learnt. And three factors which will affect depreciation. I named it as capital cost rather than purchase price, estimated limited useful life, estimated residual value or scrap value. After this, our learning was why it is not on land, because it has what limited useful life. It is not unlimited, it is limited useful life. Then we learned the methods can be, as I written, common, uncommon, SLM and WDV under common, rest all comes under uncommon. Probably you learn in the depreciation chapter in detail. Your choice of methods based on efficiency. However, SLM, straight line method and WDV method, based on its repairs, based on its usage, technological changes, you decide. I told law prefers which method. I said any method, but your Companies Act going for straight line, whereas Income Tax Act goes for WDV. Whichever method consistent, you have to follow. Okay, all of you are clear with this? Okay. Then we discussed about any change in the method of depreciation. I said yes, you can change only in law, but to make you remember, I said, look at here, depreciation method is equal to accounting policy. Change in depreciation method is as good as change in accounting policy. And three circumstances you can change. You can change in lab. All of you type there LAB. LAB. L means law says so, accounting standard says so, better presentation of financial statements. Methods of depreciation, straight line method goes for SI logic. Instead of plus, please make out here, instead of plus it is minus, and here P into the WDV follows compound interest logic. It's an annuity. What is A? All of you write down in both the case, just write down A. Is not written there, you write down. A is equal to book value of asset after n years. Book value of asset after n years. Okay, super. Students, there's a time. Let us go for a short break. All of you are there. Then I'll work out problems on depreciation methods. All of you are there quickly. Before going to the break, I wanted to ask you one puzzle. All of you are ready for the puzzle? Quick. Some response from you. Super. Some of you got super. Puzzle time now. All of you are ready? Super. There was one big saree shop, and in that there is written as a discount. Big bold 30% discount was mentioned. A lady goes to the saree shop and she purchases the saree, and of course 30% discount should be given. And after 30% discount, she again bargains, no, for Deepavali you have to give me little more extra discount. The shopkeeper, yes, I will give you extra discount, 20%. So 30% discount was given, then 20% discount. Students, after some time, the lady not stopped there. She started bargaining again. She started bargaining again and again. And the shopkeeper has given another 10%. So 30% first, then 20%, then 10%. The lady got very happy. Lady was very happy. She purchased the saree. She came back to home. She was explaining to her husband, I got 30% discount, I got 20%, I got 10%. Finally, she tells, I got 60% discount. How much she says? 60% discount. But her husband says, no, it is not 60%. puzzle to all of you quickly to answer. What is that exact percentage of discount she got? Quick. All of you take calculator. All of you take calculator. Okay. 100 rupee, let us assume the saree price, minus 30%. 70 rupee it became. Shopkeeper, when he gives next 20%, he will not give on 100, okay? He will give on 70. So minus 20%. It became 56. All of you agree with me? 100 minus 30% minus 20%. Then don't stop there. Minus 10%. Will you end up with the 50 rupee 40 paise? All of you answer. Yes. 100 rupee saree, finally you are buying at 50 rupee 40 paise. Tell me the actual discount. 100 rupee saree you get at 50.4. So what is the actual discount you got? Actual discount you got is 49.6. 100, finally you get at 50.4 means the discount you arrived is 49.6%. Okay. Students will answer the question number 27 on your screen. Question number 27 on your screen. B Limited invested in a machinery costing rupees, B Limited invested in a machinery rupees 20 lakh. Company charges depreciation at 10% per annum under diminishing balance method. All of you note down, it is WDV, diminishing balance method. Find the book value of the asset after 8 years. That's first question. What is your answer if SLM is followed? Shall we work out, students, quickly? Okay. So the solution is, I will give the solution. What is the cost of the asset? Cost, which you have to take, purchase price is equal to, all of you refer there, purchase price is equal to 20 lakhs. Purchase price is equal to 20 lakhs. Is that clear to all of you? Okay. How many years? They have asked you, what is its value after 8 years? Number of years is 8. What is the depreciation method? 10%. I is equal to 0.10. A is equal to P into 1 plus or minus. Please do answer. Please respond to me. Is it plus or minus? I will not answer. You should answer. Is it plus or minus? Minus. 1 minus. SIRCI logic, depreciation, no, WDV method. Under WDV, we have to take 1 minus I to the power n. 20 lakhs. 1 minus 0.10 to the power 8. 20 lakhs. 0.90 to the power 8. All of you use calculator. Let me know. 20 lakh 0.9 to the power 8. 0.9 into square 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is your answer? Please let me know. What is 0.90 to the power 8? Some decimal you will get, no? Is it 0.4304671? Is that you got? 0.4304671. Super. Multiply by 20 lakh. What is your last net answer? As you, Kavita and Anaga also said, it is 8,60,934.42. I think this is what you have to note in the first company. 8,60,934. Let me see the options. 8,60,934 is here. 934.42. It is there in A. Oh, A is looks correct. However, I have to do also under what is your answer if it is SLM? Tell me. If it is SLM, straight line method, what is the formula? P into 1 minus what? 1 minus NI. Purchase price 20 lakhs. 1 minus N value. Number of years is 8. into 0.10. Is that correct, my dear student? Please refer. Let me know. Will you agree with me? 20 lakhs 1 minus 0.80. 20 lakhs 1 minus 0.8 is 0.20. So your last answer 20 lakh into 0.2. How come 1 lakh 44? It's not plus. It is, how come? It is simple. 20 lakh into 0.20. It should be 4 lakh. I don't know why you get confusion. So decimal 1 minus 0.8, 0.20, 0.20 into 20 lakh. Will you get 4 lakh? Yes. Okay. Final answer 8 lakh 69,34 and 4 lakh. Let us see your options. 8 lakh 69,34 and 4 lakh. This is right. This is not correct. This is not correct. Your answer choice. Correct answer is A. Correct answer is A. A for accountant. All right. Here you have a question. Question number 28 on your screen. Machine depreciated 10% of its value at the beginning of the year. 10% of its value at the beginning of the year. The machine was purchased for 44 lakh. Scrap value is 25 lakh 98,156. Find the number of years the machine was used. The very interesting question. Please look at the question and let me know. Is it a straight line method or WDV method? I don't tell the answer. Is it a straight line method or WDV method? Is it a straight line or WDV? Super. As a mixed opinion, some of you are telling straight line, some of you are telling WDV. Rakshita or Shreyas Ganiga, and some of you are telling SLM, some of you are telling WDV. Tanuja also SLM. Okay, super. Student, shall I answer? Shall I answer this? It's a little confusing question. The machine depreciated 10% of its value at the beginning of the year. All of listen to me. So no one will help you in the examination. You have to read the question once again. You have to read the question once again. The machine depreciated 10% of its value at the beginning of the year. So what is that at the beginning of the year? I will take an example. 44 lakh here and assume the rate is given as 10%. 10% on 44 lakh is 4.4 lakh. It becomes 39.6 lakh. Am I right? Please respond. Calculator. 44 lakh minus 10%, 39.6%. Yes, okay. Students, now look at here. 10% of its value at the beginning of the year. This is second year. Second year ka beginning value kya hai? Second year ka beginning value. What is the second year beginning value? Is it 39.6 or it's 44 lakh? You have to answer to me. Okay. 39 lakh 6,000. Therefore, second year beginning value is 39.6. It means what? Every year value comes down and the beginning of the year value from the original value it comes down. Every time you calculate on what value? Is it the original cost or in the WDV? You have to answer. That calculation I will do. Don't worry. You let me know, is it SLM or WDV? All of you agree with me? 10% of its value at the beginning of the year. Every year beginning value reduces. Second year got over. Third year again reduces. Therefore, you have to apply which method? WDV. You have to apply WDV. Write down the method is WDV. So, solution 44 lakh, 25 lakh, 98,150. 25 lakh 98,156 you have to arrive. Shall we do the solution, students? What is the cost? Cost is 44 lakh. Some of you are answering, no problem. N number of years question mark. value after some years. So I will call book value after some years, after n years, it becomes 25,98,156. Rate of depreciation, you can make out in the question 10%. So n is what? Okay, solution A is equal to P into, as you said, WDV, please note here, 1 minus, is it Ni or I to the power n? First, is it Ni or I to the power n? It is I to the power, because WDV follows which logic? Compound interest logic. Okay. Next, where I should write? Tell me which is P, which is A. All of you, please respond to me. Which is A in the question? Generally, smaller value you take P, bigger value you take A. No, 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 you can't do like that. Which is A in this question? All of you have to chat in the chat box. A is what you will get future after depreciation. A is, this is A, book value is A. 25,98,156. Okay, P 44 lakh. Do you all agree with me? Purchase price 44 lakh. 1 minus 0.10 to the power n. First step, you have to, should not do 44 by 25. You have to do 25 divided by 44. 25 lakh 98,156 divided by 44 lakh is equal to this value 0.90 to the power n. Calculator, all of you use calculator. 25, 98, 156 divided by 44 lakh. What is your answer? Is it 0.59? Yes, super. 0.59049. Excellent. 0.90 to the power n. All of you try using calculator. 0.9 to the power n. This answer is 0.9 to the power what? 0.9 into equals. Square is 0.81. All of you try in the calculator. Square is 0.81. Cube 0.729. 4.6561. 0.9 to the power 5, 0.9 to the power 5 will exactly give this answer. Will all of you agree with me? Whether all of you agree with me, single letter yes, no, fast. Therefore, comparing both, my dear students, n value 5. N value 5. Please take down quickly. N value is 5. I'll give one more interesting idea to you. Shall I? All of you are ready? Completed. Finally, number of years is equal to 5. Do you have that answer in your in the question? N is equal to 4 years, 5 years, C 3 years, none of this. What is your right answer? B. Correct answer is B. Super. Students, now let us take your calculator. All of you using your calculator. Students, as you know, your SI and CI is known to this calculator, your assistant. Even SLM and WDV is also known to your calculator. Shall we try? Take your calculator. What is your investment value? Cost of purchase, is it 40 lakh? 44 lakh? Yes. Minus, all of you try with me, minus 10%. Okay, minus 10%. Tell me what is your answer in your calculator? 44 lakh minus 10%. Is it 39 lakh 60,000? First, yes, first year over. We did not get that 25 lakh. Minus 10%, second year over. Minus 10%, third year over, which you got 32 lakh. Minus 10%, fourth year over, 28 lakh. Minus 10%, 25 lakh, 98,156 exactly will get for n is equal to 5. For n is equal to 5. Is this clear to everyone? Super. So one idea you got. So we came to know your calculator knows SI, your calculator knows CI. Same way, your calculator knows straight line method of depreciation, which is otherwise also simple. Your calculator also knows WDV method of depreciation. What an interesting calculator it is, correct? No? Do you all agree with me? Super. So student, before I go to the next part, let us look at this question. Question number 27 on your screen. I want all of you to work using calculator, and you have to understand the difference between SLM and WDV. All of you try using calculator. How do you do it? Quick. In this case, 20 lakh minus diminishing balance 10% for 8 years, minus 10% 1 year, minus 10% 2 years, minus 10% third year, minus 10% fourth year. Like that, go on, do it, and let me know whether you get the answer quick. And I want to tell something more there. In the 27th question, work out and let me know whether you get exactly 8,60,934.42. Fast. Fastest finger on your chat box. Fast. Super. That is which method you tried? Which method you tried? Which method? WDV. If at all straight line method, how do you do? All of you take calculator. 20 lakh minus, listen carefully, 10% for how many years? How many years? 8 years. 10 into 8, how much? 10 into 8, how much? 80, right? Minus 80%. That's all. Look at your answer in the calculator. You have to use calculator. Quick, boys and girls, where are you? Fast, whether you get that answer. 20 lakh, 10 into 8, 80% you have to deduct. Let us go to the 29th question to conclude today. 29th question, the cost of machinery 1,25,000. If its useful life is estimated to be 20 years, the rate of depreciation of its cost is 10% per annum, then the scrap value of the machinery is what? Given that 0.9 to the power 20 is 0.1215. So with that, we have to work it out. What is the scrap value of the machine? It's an interesting word. Please note, what is scrap value? What is scrap value? What is the word scrap value? Shall I tell? You will tell or I will tell? Correct. Some of you said Gujri. Correct. At the end of its lifetime, you can't use more. You will throw it. You will give it to garage. You will give it to a particular fellow who will sell it for scrap. Scrap is nothing but residual value. Scrap is nothing but salvage value. Some fellow will come, he will wait, and then he will pay some money to you. That is what it is called as scrap value. Students, in this case, how do you decide the scrap value? It's an interesting, no? It is always the value after its lifetime. Can you guess? Now you have purchased a machinery. 8-year end, what value a Gujri fellow or scrap fellow will give you? We don't know. All of you are there. All of you are there. What you should do is, after its lifetime, you will get book value in the formula. A is equal to something, you will get that value. You have to assume that book value is the scrap value. I repeat once again. Scrap value and book value are not same. Example, life is 10 years. After 4th year end, what you get? That is book value. After 8th year end, what you get? It is book value. Let us consider after 10th year end, what you get is the book value. But if you cannot use more, 10th year end you will sell, and you will get some value, no? The scrap value is what the question is about. How do you decide today? How do you decide? You are not an astrologer to decide what the scrap value will be about. Correct, no? What you should do is, you work out after its lifetime. You get book value, no? Assume at that price you will get the scrap value. Is that clear to everyone? Finally, life after its lifetime, whatever the book value you get, you take it as scrap value. Now, which method is all about? Is it a straight line method or it's a WDV method? All of you, please tell me, is it a straight line method or a WDV method? You have to quickly answer to me. Confusion? Okay. I'll tell you 2 hints which will tell you it is a WDV method, not a straight line method. Please look at your hint what is given. Please look at your hint. What is given? It is given as power. Power comes in CI. That's why it is WDV method. Reason 1. I'll give one more method. I'll give one more idea. One more idea. If it is straight line method, if it is 20 years, tell me what should be the rate of depreciation? Fast. 20-year ka to what should be the rate of depreciation? 100 by 20, what percentage? Where are you boys and girls? Quick. 100 by 20, what should be the percentage? 5%. But you have how much percentage here? You have 10%. It is not a good match. Okay, that's why your straight line method not possible. Prabhuji, Aditya tells Prabhuji is in Deepavali mode. Okay, all right. Another rate. Look at the other method. If there is a 10% rate, what should be the life? What should be the life? If it is 10% rate, what should be the life? 100 by 10, what? Rate is 10%. What should be the life? Life is 10 years. Both are not matching. That's what my point. Rate and life is not matching. Then it is not SLM. SLM gone. So it should be WDV. Okay, we will work out. What is the formula? What is the formula? A is equal to P into 1 minus I to the power n. As it is there, 1,25,000. 1 minus 0.10 to the power 20 years. All are given to you. You have to substitute. 1,25,000, 0.90 to the power 20. 1,25,000, 0.90 to the power 20. All of you use calculator. Quickly, let me know 0.90 to the power 20 is what? Can all of you let me know what is 0.90 to the power 20? Because you have a new calculator, please don't go by new calculator. Request you to use what is there in the hint. This is what many students make a mistake. You will go for 6 digit, 8 digit, you will not get tally, you will say none of this. No, you can't do that. You have to use the hint. What it says, 0.9 to the power 20 is 0.1215. So this answer is 0.1215. All of you multiply and let me know what is your final answer. 1,25,000 into 0.1215 and let me know what is your final answer. Whether you tried? 1,25,000 into 0.12, what is that value in the question? 1215. You end up with 15,187. All of you got the answer, 187.5. You may not get the same answer, but here almost there you have answer choice A. Nearer one you have to choose. Even if you don't get the exact answer, nearer you have to go and you have to conclude. Right answer choice is A. So 29th answer A. 29th answer A. All right. Students, yesterday, the last session I given you a big puzzle, and some of you could answer, some of many of you are not able to answer. Wanted to know the answer, and that I will complete today's session with that. Shall we? Milk and water. Okay, super. And I told you there was, just look at this, and I want to give you a nice idea in relation to your in relation to your workings. Super. There was 50 liter pure milk and removed 5. Remember this puzzle? 5 liter milk was 5 liter milk, delete, removed. You added 5 liter of water. After that first step, what is it remaining? Quick. What is the answer? It remains with 50 liter only, but the new mixture contains, is a mixture. This is first step. Now and second step, 45 liter mixture which contains 45 liter milk and 5 liter water. Now again, what you did, repeat along with me. You removed 5 liter mixture. Look at here, 5 liter mixture you removed because milk and water merged there, right? When you remove it and you added 5 liter water. So in the mixture there is milk and there is water. In what ratio? In the same ratio, which is the ratio of 45 and 5, which is 9:1. Calculator. So milk content is 4.5 liter, water is 0.5. Therefore, finally, milk remained as, can anyone guess? 45 minus 45 minus 4.5. Is it 40.5? Quick, some response from you. In the mixture, 4.5 liter milk out and 0.5 liter water out. I am not worried about the water content. Identify the milk content. So it is, as some of you said, 40.5 liter milk. Remaining all are water only. That is 9.5. This is first step. This is second step. Now we have to do the third step. In the third step, can you tell me again? You remove 10 liter of mixture, 5 liter of mixture. In what ratio? In the same ratio. In that mixture, milk gone, water gone. Milk gone, water gone. In what proportion? In the same proportion. You have to divide 40.5 is to 9.5. If you take out 5 into 40.5 divided by 50, you will end up with 4.05, just 10% of it. So if you remove it, rest other water which is not required, you end up with 40.5 minus 40.5. You end up with 36.45 and remaining 13.55 water. This is milk, this is water. When you remove the again 5 liter, again milk and water gone. What is the proportion of milk and water? Again 3.645 milk gone. 36.45 minus 3.645. So your last answer comes to 32.805 milk and remaining 17.195 liter water. Okay, this is the last answer. Some of you really got worried. How did you get this? Student, I just listen carefully. All of you are there with me. I just want to give you one nice idea to end up this chapter. Every time you took 5 liter of this, second time you took 5 liter of this mixture, on the changed one you are removing 5. Can you tell me 5 out of 50 is how much percentage? 5 out of 50, fast. 5 out of 50, how much percentage? 10, right? Is it an SLM or WDV? It is on changed you are removing. On the reduced one or changed one you are removing. Tell me SLM or WDV. That's all. All of you use calculator. 50 minus 10% first time, okay. Minus 10% second time, minus 10% third time, minus 10% fourth time. Look at your calculator fast. 50 minus 10% minus 10% 4 times. No answer from you. Quick. Where are you, boys and girls? 32.805. That is what the milk content. Obviously, the total is 50 liter. Remaining all are water, which is 17.195. Okay, happy? Something, whatever you learn, if you can use it, you will get the answer very quickly. It's just to tell you, this is an application of your WDV method of depreciation or your interest computation. Thank you very much. Before I wind up today's session, we learned something depreciation. These notes will be circulated. You have to rework all that pointers once again. And I request all of you, whatever the notes circulated of depreciation, request all of you to write that everything once again in your notebook. Will you, whether all of you write down? Whether all of you write down? All that notes you have to write once again. Okay. Then the big question comes to all of you when the college starts. Definitely there are, final year it's in progress and that will start after some days. You don't worry, it will be intimated to you when it will start. It takes some more days for you. We will be informing you all those details. Thank you very much, students. Hope you enjoyed session. And yeah, there is all that details, whatever is to be done, corona test, not test, you don't worry. You just be with us and we will intimate you everything. Thank you, everyone. Shashank Bhatt says there's 15197. No, it's 15187 you get. Thank you, student. Take care. Goodbye. And tomorrow I'll meet with the new concept. Tomorrow onwards, every class, every session is of a very great importance to you. High marks carriage in the examination. Till then, take care. Goodbye.